Hello, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about things that I absolutely hate about being in China.
From dusk till dawn, I turn my speakers on. Why they wanna play with the king? I told them meet LeBron. There's darkness in my city, wrong moves, and you won't see the sun. They be talking loud, but never been where the creatures hunt. And bleed for this dream, so why your eyes closed? Been running through the pain. Look at me, and now my strides go.
So before this video, I asked myself, what if I could go back in time in 2019 when I was 18 and decided that I'm going to move to China? What kind of advice would I give myself, with the knowledge and experience that I have now in my 7 years in China? Now, the first thing is freedom. And what do I mean by that? So I guess the idea of, studying in another country, at least for me, was to get the freedom to be myself, to reinvent myself, to be my own man, right? There's no better place to do that than in another country. But when it comes to China, that purpose is defeated in the sense that your freedom is very, very limited. Now, this could be limited to my own university or my own city and the kind of rules that they have. China is a very big country, and different cities or different provinces have their own rules. Different universities have the way that they treat their university students. In the universities that I've been in, students are very limited. I'll give you an example. So students are not allowed to live outside in the universities that I've been in. So you can imagine going to a foreign land as an adult and with all your hopes and dreams to explore the place, of course to study, but also to explore the place, to make the best out of your life and all of that. Then you're constrained to living in a specific location, whether you like it or you don't. Now, I'm lucky enough to be in a university where the university conditions are not that bad. And there are universities where the conditions are very, very terrible. They don't even have a good heating system and all of that. And you are still required to live on campus. It defeats the purpose of having your own freedom to do what you want. And now you may think that, well, you can live on campus and still do whatever you want to do. But you have to note that in most universities, at least in my university now, when it is 11 p.m., they lock the doors. Just imagine that. I don't know how the older people get to bear with this, because mind you, it's not only undergraduates, there are masters and PhD students. So imagine being in your early or late 30s, you have 3, 4, 5 kids at home that you take care of. Then you leave to a foreign land and sort of the time that you can go out and come in is dictated to you. Like, I don't even know what to say about that. It's very, very annoying. And I don't know why people have not done anything about it. They say it's for safety, but who knows what that even means. Now, another thing that is also quite annoying is when you are traveling outside the city, you have to take permission from your school to travel. Again, it's for security or whatever. It's also quite annoying because sometimes this permission could be denied. It defeats the whole purpose again, that you come to a foreign land with the intention to study and explore the land and get to visit places. But then you have that authority over your head. It determines your move. You are very constrained in the sense that you don't get to leave when you want to and all of that. Now, I've seen videos of people who are studying in Europe, in Germany and all of that. And one guy was like, in Germany, people leave. They leave for, I think people leave for France or whatever till the end of the semester. Now, I'm not saying that that's what students should do, but I'm just saying that that kind of freedom is what you would expect to get as an international student, but it's very constrained in that sense. So imagine you live in the dormitory, right? And it's in most of the dormitories, when it's 10 p.m., you can't have someone in another university come to visit you. And because from my experience as Ghanaians, I think many Ghanaians can relate to the fact that it will make sense if someone is under 18. You could make a strong case for that, because that's the kind of system that we have in the high schools. You could make a strong case for the fact that they are underage, and so you would need to protect them at all costs. Right? When it comes to adults, there are people in their 40s, mind you, and these rules still apply to them. You would have to sign up for permission. If someone wants to visit you after 10 p.m., they can't. The dormitory is locked after 11 p.m. or whatnot. So if you would want to go out after 11 p.m., whatever, maybe you're stressed, you want to just go for a walk, you can't. You have to deal with it in your room or whatever, right? Another thing that I really hate is, and this is not on the Chinese people, I think it's a fact of living in another country in general, is that you don't get to form many deep connections Why? Well, because people move, people change cities, people change universities, people go back to their countries. So you go through your 20s and all your friends are scattered all over the world. It makes me think about a lot what kind of friends that you would have, in the future. Because it seems to me that in your 20s is when you get to make these kind of deep connections with people and you sort of grow with them. But no, you just meet people who are in your life for 1-2 years tops, then they're out of your life and you may never get to see them again. Another thing I should mention is, the possibility to invent and reinvent yourself many times is mostly considered an advantage, but you would realize that you invent and reinvent yourself too many times that at the end of the day, you don't even know who you are. I guess that's one of the reasons why you need friends and you need family who can ground you, so that you have sort of a continuous story. But if you get to meet new people, you have new experiences all the time, then you sort of lose sight of who you are, and that is not good for you mentally. Like I was saying in the beginning of the video, that I've been thinking a lot what I would have told my younger self when I was coming to. I guess one thing that many people don't take into consideration is your family, right? You are leaving a lot of people behind, and the idea is that you would go back, make them proud. But this is life. You may not get the chance to meet them again because people get sick, people pass away. But I think I would ask myself if it is worth the trade-off to live in another country and not get to spend time with the people that you love. Things happen behind your back. Your people get married, people have kids, people that you care about, you are not able to spend as much time with them. And if you're not able to do that in your early 20s, late 20s, then when do you expect to do that? And there is also, this guilt that you left people behind, and there's a very huge responsibility on your shoulders to make the people that you love proud. I think you could make a strong case for the fact that it should be that way because it's a huge opportunity that not many people get to have. This responsibility on your shoulders is what you have to carry, but then sometimes it becomes a little too much and people get thrown into desperation and they do things that they are not supposed to do. Also, from my experience, we have this idea that I'll just move to another country and I'll figure it out as it goes on, but most of the time you don't. We only see the success stories of people who made it out. But for every one person you see, there are probably 100 or maybe more of people who couldn't make it out. If I should advise myself, you should have a plan. So if there's any young person out there who is 17, 18, planning to pack their bags and move to another country, explore the country, get the freedom that they think that studying in abroad could give them, what I guess I would say to that young person is that take your time to, first of all, look at the university that you're going, look at the city that you are going. If you could find people over there in that university or in that city, they could ask about the rules in that city. How is the situation like if you want to travel within the country or even outside the country? All of those things you have to find out, because most of the things that we look forward to when we want to study in another country is not just the education, even though that is a very big aspect of it. It's also the other things that come with it, the freedom to move around, to meet other people, to get to make certain decisions that facilitate your life as an adult. So if you are not able to do all of these extra things, plus the huge trade-off of you missing out on your loved ones and the people that you care for. But if you would make all these trade-offs to get locked up in a dormitory somewhere, you are not able to travel, you are not able to meet other people, then I think everyone can make the decision for themselves if that is worth it or that is not worth it. So if you have been able to stick with me to this part of the video, I really appreciate you sticking with me. I hope you got some value in this video. I hope you would be able to talk to someone who is thinking about moving and advise them to make their own research, to look into the city or the university that they are going to and find out if the trade-off that they are making is worth it or not. So you could throw me a thumbs up if you like this video, or a thumbs down if you think this video sucks. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this experience. Do you think studying abroad is worth it or not? Daije.